Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. I hope you and your family members are doing good because that is the most important thing, and for rest we are here to talk. So we were following our pattern wise DSA sheet. In this we were doing linked list topic and the pattern was linked list with stack or using hash map. So in this we'll solve the next question, which is next greater node in a linked list. Yes, so if you remember the similar kind of problem, which is next greater element, we have solved in stack playlist. So if you have missed that video, I'll attach the link somewhere here, because if you have solved that, definitely you can solve this question too on your own. So let's read the problem statement. It says we will be given a linked list, and starting from the first node, we have to find just next node which is having greater value than the current node. Suppose we are present at 2. So for 2, the next node is 1, but the value 1 is not greater. So we'll move to one more node ahead. Now in the second position, we have got 5, and yes, 5 is greater than 2. So for 2, we will insert 5 as an answer. Similarly, we'll move to the next node, which is 1. Now for 1, we will try to find which is the next greater node. Again for 1, we have found 5. So 5, we will add that. But for 5, we have nothing towards next. So we have to insert 0 in place. Okay. So if you can see, we have to return the integer array answer, not the linked list. Okay, it is very important to read the problem statement and the constraint. So we'll go to the constraint. It says the number of nodes can be 1 to 10 power 4. 10 power 4. Okay, so if you are thinking for n square type of solution, why? Because obviously if you want to check a particular node's next greater node, so if you will take one pointer at this 2 node, correct, and then move ahead and ahead by another pointer to check which is the next greater node. So see, if you are standing at 2, suppose I is here. Now j, you will start from here. Is it greater? In this case, so it is greater. But suppose these all are 0, 0, 0 and here it is 1. So you will check, hey j, are you greater? No. So you will move j ahead. J, are you greater than I? No. J, are you greater than I? No. J, are you greater than I? No. You will move ahead. So for one single I, you have moved your j for entirely n minus 1 times. Next time if I will be at first position, then j you will move for n minus 2 time. Next time n minus 3 time, and this is nothing but, can I say n into n minus 1, which is nothing but n square time complexity? Yes. So if the constraint is 10 power 4, if n can go till 10 power 4, n square will become 10 power 8, and you know 10 power 8 is very slow, and beyond 10 power 8 means 5 into 10 power 8 or 7 into 10 power 8, depending on the logic of your code also, this will give you TLE. But 10 power 8 will be very slow, as you know. These many number of operations are allowed. How we know? Because we have already discussed about time and space complexity in our full video. If you have not checked out and you still have any confusion during the time and space complexity and the constraint, I'll definitely recommend you to check that video. I'll attach the link somewhere here. So considering that, we have to optimize. Okay, the number of nodes is 1 also, minimum. So we don't need to check the base case. Ki what if 0 nodes are there? Means if head is null, return null. We don't have to write that because the minimum number of nodes has been given 1. Although in the interview, please make a habit of writing that, because we always consider the base case as 0. So as of now, we have learned basic patterns in linked list. Then we have learned fast and slow pointer, which helps us to calculate the middle of the linked list or to detect cycle, correct? Then we have learned about reversal pattern, correct? And then we have learned about merge or sort pattern. So here we have nothing to apply such logic, correct? We don't have to reverse. We don't have to find the middle. We don't have to merge or sort. No. We have to find the next greater. And by seeing next greater or next smaller, we can simply identify that it's about stack logic. Because using stack is nothing but the optimized approach for such cases. So we can think of the another pattern, which is linked list but with stack. Okay, with stack. So, but that is the optimized approach. If we don't know anything, how can we think for this approach? We can. How we can is ki this is the linked list. Okay, okay. And one more thing is ki we don't have to return the linked list. We have to return the array, integer array. Okay. So the very first approach is ki start your current from here and read all the values and put here 2, 7, 4, 3, 5. Done. And now don't you think this is an integer array, and you have to give the next greater element in the form of array only, answer array. This is nothing but next greater element towards its right. That is from stack playlist. Yes, but if you are reading the values from here to put here, definitely it will give you correct answer, because in this case it's not asking you to create a new linked list. Okay, and anyhow you are applying the stack logic also. Okay, so we can do this via both approaches. First is ki read all the values, put in the array, and then apply that stack next greater concept and then give the output. Okay, or else instead of reading the values here, you can start iterating from here only. Okay, put in the stack and put in the answer. That's it. Like no need to insert elements in the array to solve it. Okay, but all these are optimized. If I don't know anything neither about stack, then my approach will be read and put in the values, done. Start I pointer from here. I want to check answer for 2 node. So for this I will start my j from I plus 1 and I will check, hey, are you greater than, like, is it like array of j is greater than array of I? It will say yes. Then for 2, which is greater? 7. So I will put 7 and done. Now what I will do? I will remove j and I will move my I ahead at this. Now I have to find the answer for 7. So now I will start my j from I plus 1. Again I will check, hey 4, are you greater than 7? No. 3, are you greater than 7? No. 5, are you greater than 7? No. This is out of index. If it is so, then we'll put 0. Or else you can simply say initialize the whole array with 0. Okay. Now if you have not got anything, return back. Now move your I ahead. Again I will move my I ahead at 4, correct, and we will start our j again from I plus 1. I'll check, hey, are you greater than I? No. Now are you? Yes. So we will override this with 5 and done, correct? Yes. Now I will move my I ahead at 3. Again we will start our j from here. Is it greater? Yes. Okay. Now again what we will do? We will move our I ahead. By the way, you know na ki for the last element the answer will be 0 only. Why? Because we have nothing towards its next. So it's always better to move your I till last index minus 1. From 0 index to last index minus 1. But what was the time complexity in this case? If we talk, first we have moved from like our I from 0 to last index, second last index means that only. And second point is ki for every I we have moved our j from I plus 1 to last. So it's nearly O of n square solution. We can do this. Anyhow n is 10 power 4 and n square will become 10 power 8, which is acceptable, but it will be very slow. Okay, time. And space complexity is we have used O of n and O of n, this means O of 2n, correct. Now to reduce this extra space O of n, because for answer though we need it, but this we can reduce. How? We saved everything here, right? So instead of saving everything here, we could have simply iterated from here also. How? Start your current and put a new node, let's say temp, from current dot next. Now until the current dot next becomes null, keep moving, and in between the condition is ki if your temporary value is greater than current value, save the answer here and break. What I said, instead of I and j, start your current and j will be nothing but, let's say, temporary. Temporary will always start from current dot next. Now we'll check, hey, temporary dot value, are you greater than this? Yes, then put the value here. Now move your current ahead here. Now again temp will start from here. Hey, are you greater? No. So only temp will move ahead. Are you greater? No. Are you greater? No. Now temp will become null. So stop. Okay. So the condition is very simple. Until your current, because current is going to be moved ahead from this point to second node, can I say? Let's say this. So until our current becomes null, keep moving this. Now inside this also, for every current, start your temporary from current dot next, and until the current become until the temporary becomes not null, keep moving, and in between if you found any value greater than current, then also stop, correct. So in this way we will save our this extra O of n to store our values in the array format, correct. So here is our code. First we have to create the array, then we will start our current node. Now until our current becomes null, okay, this you can consider as I, okay, until it becomes null. Now greater is nothing but the greater value which we will store in our answer. Now the temporary will start from current dot next, and until the temporary becomes null, we have to keep checking in between the while loop, like in the while loop, if my temporary value is somehow become greater than current value, then for sure that temporary value is my greater value, correct. So in the greater variable we will update it and we will break this while loop. correct? And after breaking this while loop, we have to save that greater value in our answer. So in the answer we will add it, and now what we will do, see, for 2 we have added 7, now it's done, we don't need to move temporary ahead. So what is the next task? Move your current ahead. Now for this current, find the answer. So that's what we have to do, we have to move our current ahead. Or else, see, for next time what will happen, current will come here. Can I say, let's move this ahead. Let's say current is here. Now for this current, temporary will be here. Now you'll keep on checking, hey temporary, are you greater than current value? No. Hey, now are you? No. Are you? No. So when it is no, I can say ki I simply have to move our temp ahead, correct? So that's what, ki if my temporary variable is not greater than current value, then simply move your temporary ahead, and that's it. Now after coming outside, we have to return integer array. We have created array list. Why? Because for integer array, we need the length, and for linked list, if you have to calculate the length, we have to spend extra O of n, correct? So it's better to store the answer in the array list, and after, like, once we have calculated, create a new array, integer array, and then put everything in the integer array from the array list and return the result, okay? So the space complexity is this extra array list and then conversion into array, correct? And the time complexity is O of n. If you want to, like, if you don't want this extra integer array and array list, so you can simply calculate the length of linked list, then initialize the integer array with that size, and you can simply at the end you can return the same answer, okay? So this is your solution, which is nothing but the brute force one, because the time complexity is O of n inside the O of n, which is n square. So when we will submit this now, definitely this will be very slow code, okay? As you can see, this is slow. Why? Because the time complexity 10 power 4 and n square will become 10 power 8. So how can we further optimize it? Optimize means we have to, like, decrease the time complexity from O of n square to O of n. And you know, whenever it is about finding the next greater element or next smaller element in array or list, anything, stack data structure decreases our time complexity from O of n square to O of n, which we have already discussed in our previous video of stack. So assuming you all know that how to calculate or how to check for the next greater element in just O of n. So the idea is very simple. As we have to give the next greater element towards right, so we start from this point. Because we know for 5 we have nothing, so in our stack we will insert 5. Now we will move our 5 ahead to 3, and we will check ki, hey, in this, like, is the stack top value is greater than this, what, 3? So we will check, yes, it is greater. So for 3 we can simply write in our answer, let's say initialized with 0 0 0 0 0. So for 3 we have inserted 5. Now done. Now we have to insert 3 in the stack. Why? Because see, we don't know when we will go at 4. It might be 2. So for 2, the next greater element is 3 only, na? Not 5. So that is why it is very important to save the current element also in the stack. Now what we will do? We will move our pointer ahead. We will come here at 4. Okay. Now when we will come at here 4. So again we will check ki, hey, is the stack top element is greater? We will see no. It's not. So now we will pop. But why we have popped? See, I don't know whatever elements will be here. It can be like less, let's say 1. So for 1, definitely 4 will be greater, not 3, for sure, not 3. Suppose this is 5. So for sure, if 4 is not greater, then how 3 can be? Because 3 is smaller than 4, na? Are you getting my point? So when I found a value greater than the stack top value, I can blindly remove that, because that is never going to be the greater element for left side elements. Now for right side element, so we have already calculated, na? That's why we are moving from right side to left side. Are you clear? Means for 5 we had nothing. For 3 we had 5. For 4 we saw 3 is not greater than me. And going towards left side, definitely either I will be the greater element or not. If I am not, then for sure 3 is smaller to me. How the 3 can be? So that is why we are removing 3. Correct? We remove 3. Now again we will check. Is this stack top element 5 is greater than me? Yes, this will say yes. Then again we will update our answer to 5, and now this 4 also we will insert in the stack. Now we will move to 7. Now we will check, hey, is stack top element greater than me? No. So we will pop. Why? Because towards the left side either I will be greater or nothing. Correct? So we have popped. Again 7, 5 is smaller. Again we will remove it. Now 7 we will add it and we will move ahead. Now 2. What is this? 7. Is it greater? Yes. So for 2, let's update the value to 7 and that's it. We will come, like we will insert this 2 here in the stack. Now we will insert this 2 in the stack, done, and now it's over, correct? So this is the answer we have to return. But did you saw one thing here? We have to come from right to left, and in linked list it is only possible when you have reversed it. So either you have to take extra O of n to reverse it, or else just save all these values in the array 2, 7, 4, 3, 5 and then start iterating from right to left, because through indexing it is possible. If you want to do with linked list, then you have to reverse this first. I hope this is clear, correct? So we will go with this approach where we will save the answer, okay, and then apply this. You can do either of these, both will be accepted, because in both the conditions we are decreasing the time complexity to linear, which is O of n, okay. So here is the code. First we will create the array list and we will start our head until it becomes null. In the array list we will keep on adding the values. Once done, as we have the array with us, so we can calculate the size also. So of that size we have to create the integer array, which is answer, which we have to return as a final answer, correct? Now we have to create the stack and we have to start iterating from the last index to the first. Now this much algorithm is to check the next greater element in just O of n. How? Until your stack is empty. If stack top value is lesser than or equal to me, then pop it. That's what we did. Otherwise, if a stack is not empty, whatever is the stack top value, peak value, just put in the answer of I. If nothing, then don't put anything. By default, it is initialized with 0. Correct? And the next line is nothing but put every element in the stack once encountered. And at the end, you have to return the answer. So time complexity is definitely this O of n to put in the array, and further O of n, which is 2n, which is linear only. Correct? Space is, first you have used the array list, then you have used stack, and then you have used answer. So O of 3n. Now let's try to submit this code. Definitely this will be faster because we are doing this now in O of n, but we have used space, obviously it is going to be used. Another approach is, instead of saving this in answer, you can reverse it, and while reversing it you can calculate the length, correct? So this was the code in Java, and here is the code in C++ for the similar logic, and here is the code in Python for the similar logic. So guys, if you understood this, for sure you can go in the sheet and mark the next question as done, and I am expecting you all would have understood this. Now the third approach which I have told you, to reverse the linked list and then apply that logic, if you can solve that, very good. If you are not able to solve that, let me know in the comment section. If needed, I'll create one more video on it. And if you have solved this on your own, understood this, then definitely you can comment done or submitted or understood, so that I will be able to understand how many of you are seriously studying from my videos, so that I can make more videos for you all. And if in case you guys are new to this channel, you can get the sheet link and my social media links for guidance from the description below. And that's it. Let's meet in another video with some more interesting questions, topics and patterns. So then keep learning, take care of yourself and your family too.